伟大是每个人都努力的方向，然后我会拿出自己最好的表现给大家看。
If she is on her game, she is the best female pom-pom fighter in the world. Oh! Weili! Oh my God!
That is a truly special athlete.
And she captures the imagination of fans around the world.
从小我就想成为大侠。一般练这种基本是先走，因为先让你的心静下来。
Handcrafted training stick. In Zhang's early MMA journey, she used a handmade training stick her father crafted from an old broomstick, a basic practice tool to build her technique, strengthen her discipline, and hone her skills through repetition. Simple and unpolished to symbolize her humble beginnings before the title and championships. There was dedication, perseverance, and unwavering family support. Hometown, Handan, Hebei, China. Origin, Han, Chinese ancestry from Handan and Hebei Province, northern China. Her nickname is Magnum. Was inspired by her explosive striking and devastating power in fights, likened to the impact of a .44 Magnum firearm. Interesting detail. Before becoming a UFC champion, Weili worked regular jobs as a hotel receptionist and as a kindergarten teacher. She didn't begin formal MMA training until her late teens, making her rise to the top even more impressive.
Zhang Weili was raised in a working-class family in the coal-mining city of Handan in northern China, where the air carried grit and toughness wasn't optional.
这个是以前工人的宿舍。
我爸他是那个煤矿的工人，就是我小的时候他还是在那个坑下挖煤。我妈妈她就是不像我爸，她有正式单位祈祷，说我和我的对手都不要受伤，不管输赢，只要都不要受伤就行了。
Though a Buddhist who valued calm over competition, her mother never held Weili back. Instead, she...
Zhang Weili makes history and does not take long to do so.
我是新人嘛，就是跟那个练的时间长的人打不过，然后我就每天呢就多练，比他们要多练。他们睡午觉的时候，我就一个人跑去打沙袋去。有1个多月不到2个月的时间吧，我就感觉我进步了非常多，他们都打不过我了。训练条件也不是很高兴，每天感觉每天都很充实。我从武校里面是不到16岁去了南京，那时候。
右手2次啊，发力发力。
At the age of 16, Zhang Weili moved to Nanjing to pursue a career in martial arts, quickly winning tournaments and rising through the ranks, until the brutal training pushed her body to its limit.
长腿选择这个了，哎呀，都这么都走到头上。
The tale of Yang Wei comes from ancient Chinese mythology over 2,000 years ago, where the youngest daughter of the Yan Empire drowned in the Eastern Sea, and her spirit became the bird Yang Wei. Filled with sadness and determination, she flew tirelessly, carrying twigs and pebbles to fill the sea, hoping to protect others from the same fate. The tale has become a symbol of perseverance, courage, and resilience.
一般练这种基本功，先得扫地，因为先让你的心静下来。它是需要很多文化来支撑的，还需要你的头脑。你把自己沉下来以后，然后你的头脑也会变得非常清醒，你会感觉对手出的动作特别慢，保持一个空杯状态，这样的话你才能吸收更多的需要的东西。
就是看见了，手自然就出去了，这就是平时练自己的意识所产生的。
所有的东西都是让你的心静下来，让你的这个气往下沉。
Zhang Weili trying to become a two-time champion here tonight.
She knows she cannot get taken down multiple times, but she's done a ton of wrestling and feels as though she can compete with Carla Esparza.
She's the best wrestler in this division. And if she can get a hold of Zhang Weili, she can retain her title here tonight.
所以我比较喜欢打对手的强项。对手如果想打站立 ，OK， 那我们就打站立。
Oh!
如果对手想摔想揉，那打地面那么也没有问题。
Oh, look at this!
Beautiful job by Zhang Weili there. She is so fast that she's able to take the back with Esparza holding her leg.
So Zhang Weili able to sort of out-strengthen Carla Esparza there. Oh, beautiful combination by her there. Why Zhang Weili closing the distance here, having the better striking attack early on.
And a lot of it's done with kicks, Zhang. She's doing a great job of just blasting kicks at Carla Esparza. She said this would be the game plan.
Immediately gets the underhook.
Oh!
Oh, how about the judo toss there? Judo 101. All right, so absolutely huge that she's able to get this fight to the ground early on. Now we'll see what she can do with this position. Well, there it is, champ. That's why they fight it out.
Sub. There's a sub champ right here. She's got to be very careful not to leave anything lingering.
They need to give you a button to shut my mic down when something like that happens. Wow.
She actually got out. She stayed true to herself. She stayed true to her submission defense. She went two hands to the elbow, shoved it over her head in order to free herself.
She's posturing up now. Zhang Weili fighting like a bat out of hell in a competitive round one. All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
All right, 5 minutes in the can. DC is back from the can. Here we go with the start of round 2. Carla Esparza and Weili Zhang. All right, next round is underway. In the previous round, it looked like maybe tap or snap, tap or nap, neither. Let me fight up.
I mean, it's amazing that she was able to withstand that attempt. I thought it was over.
Nice job by her to get the takedown there, and I know her opponent felt like she put in all the right work, but sometimes until you're in there feeling the opponent, you don't know what you're in for.
You're not wrestling with someone at that level every single day. The person has their own unique feel in the wrestling exchanges, and she's experiencing that right now.
All right, she's going for the submission now. Likely not. Oh, looks like she's got the arm. This could be trouble. Ooh, she's got the arm locked in tight.
She's got it set up. She's in position now.
And somehow, some way she gets it.
What a beautiful job. Pushing the leg over your head, freeing your head, defending the armbar submission. Beautiful. Unbelievable.
Oh, she's going for another submission now.
It's just slow. This is a choke that you don't explode into. Oh, it's over.
And there it is. And new Zhang Weili has regained the strawweight title.
Wow.
She finishes Carla Esparza clearly at the Mecca.
Wow. Well, the way she set it up, going from a crucifix position to getting that choke, was really beautiful jiu-jitsu.
You saw the moment she got her hand free. Well, it didn't matter what Carla did, it was over. And now!
I'm here with the winner and new champion, Zhang Weili.
Every day， 现在我来到纽约，来到美国拿到腰带，对我来说意义完全不同。我觉得我是世界的伟力。有的时候可能失利比胜利学到的东西更多、更深刻。
The winner of this fight fights for the belt.
所以我跟乔安娜，我俩斗志都很强，冠军挑战权，给的也这，我的目标一直都。
In Chinese culture, Yang Wei is a symbol of determination and resolve, someone who refuses to give up even when the task seems hopeless or impossible. The expression has become a widely used saying for perseverance in the face of adversity. The Yang Wei story.
For years, the idea of women fighting in the UFC was dismissed.
Are we gonna see women in the UFC, man?
Never.
Never?
But women didn't just prove they could fight. They raised the bar for the entire sport. An Olympic judoka with a signature armbar, Ronda Rousey became the UFC's first women's champion and finished opponents faster than anyone had ever seen. A Muay Thai master with relentless pace, Joanna Jędrzejczyk ruled the strawweight division with precision, striking, and 5 dominant title defenses. A world champion boxer with perfect timing, Holly Holmes shocked the world with a head kick that changed women's MMA forever. Powerful, aggressive, and a complete mixed martial artist, Amanda Nunes became the first female double champion and defeated nearly every legend of her era. A master technician with elite striking and composure, Valentina Shevchenko dominated the flyweight division with surgical precision. Explosive, relentless, and constantly evolving, Zhang Weili combines championship power with elite grappling to define the modern strawweight.
A few years ago, no women in the UFC. Now, the biggest event ever, and it's headlined and co-headlined by women.
Obviously the greatest decision I ever made.
know, whatever obstacles, good moments, bad moments, ups and downs, I just drive forward and never give up. I knew I'm gonna be great, you know, in this sport, but I didn't know it's gonna be so magic like how it was.
Be the best, you have to fight the best. If you don't want to fight the best, then what are you even doing in this sport?
As a fighter, I'm more of a problem solver than anything. All these other girls are just trying to repeat what they have memorized and have practiced. I'm always looking at the situation and trying to think of what makes the most sense, and then I do it.
那时候我23岁吧，我还是健身房教练嘛，我就请假去打比赛。然后当时，我刚打完那个上海的有一个，那时候我心里就开始纠结了。
如果你想做这一行，然后如果你想一边工作一边来比赛来训练，我说这不可以。
而且那时候我也看到隆达罗西的比赛了，当时罗西激励我。
My name is Zhang Weili. I'm from China. Remember me?
Zhang Wei became the first Chinese UFC champion, breaking geographic and cultural barriers in the sport, known for explosive striking and toughness.
When there is opponents like super hard in the weight class and against another opponents, but when they are here in front of me, they cannot do anything. This is the art of martial arts.
Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting the champion.
Jędrzejczyk is one of the most technical strikers in any division. And when she was the queen, she was a terror.
And now introducing the champion, fighting.
Here is Zhang Weili.
Her power, her aggression, her ability to just put it all on the line and try to close the show. Can she do that with someone who has such refined, sharp technique as Joanna Jędrzejczyk?
其实，在 Joanna 她是冠军的时候，那个时候我还在国内打比赛的时候，我就一直在看着她，我就想着我一定要跟她打，我一定要抢她的腰带。但是现在反过来了，是她来抢我的腰带，对，然后。
Oh my goodness, they're getting wild.
Joanna suggested this was going to be the greatest strawweight title fight in UFC history, and
I think it already is.
About a minute gone by here, round 4.
This is a fantastic fight.
Oh man, that's a tough visual right there.
They are letting it go. Jędrzejczyk looks pressure. She's bouncing really well. Weili's throwing harder still. This is crazy.
Man, her hands look sharp tonight, and she really punctuated that combination.
She did a really good job of getting after her opponent, extending the combination, and making her pay with that final shot.
Oh, another knockdown! Oh! Man, how about Zhang Weili tonight? Another brutal...
Absolutely disgusting.
Oh, how about that? Not sure if she got overconfident, but the tide is turning.
The tide is turning. I mean, it's okay though. You know, when you get hurt, it's just fighting. Maybe she can regain that momentum and get back going in the direction that she wants to. I mean, Weili is throwing that left hook like she's looking to end night every time she lets it fly.
You know, Jacek's nose is cut now, and she's starting to deal with some blood in that area. Well, pick your poison when you're fighting Zhang Weili as... Oh! Well, she's able to get back up here, but man, look how wobbly she is. Wow.
I mean, what a fight!
In the can.
Oh my goodness, she's all beat up. She does not even look the same. I mean, look at the size of that hematoma.
All right, that's the end of the round, and the fighter has a cut on her nose. So that is something that certainly bears watching moving forward. Cut man racing in there. He'll try to seal that cut. She doesn't seem too bothered by it, but certainly something we'll keep an eye on here moving forward.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Fifth and final round. Young Jacek landing at a 44. Zhang Weili with slightly more volume, an appreciative Vegas crowd as you'd expect. And don't forget, I believe Israel Adesanya and Yoel Romero are waiting in the wings.
This happens every time. I mean, I don't even know how to judge this fight. I'm watching the fight. I'm thinking it's 2-2, and I think it's 3-1, and I mean, I have no idea what the score is.
You know, Jacek's body getting all sorts of bruised up on that right side now. Oh, how about that connection higher? Her opponent's still upright, but hurt bad.
She's hurt very, very bad. That was the perfectly landed shot. I'm surprised she's even still standing upright.
Joanna still hanging in that pocket. Nice job to land the front kick there by Young Jacek. Man, she's hurt her opponent several times in this round. We acknowledge the durability on the other side, but how about just getting aggressive and finishing this fight?
You know, she doesn't take many chances inside the octagon. Right now is a time where she should take chances. She should be going forward, putting a lot of activity out there, and trying to end her opponent's night.
Young Jacek's blocking well now. You see the fighter raise the guard. Oh, that's about as big a body shot as you'll see, DC. Let's see if she can close the show here.
She landed that strike perfect. She was looking for it, and she found the moment.
John Jones and Alexander Gustafsson fight goes into the Hall of Fame this summer. And this one eventually, maybe a decade down the line, but this is a no-doubter.
So when you're in there and you're finding a hard time finding your rhythm, you got to just go back to what got you. Oh my goodness, this is brutal.
Rock 'em, sock 'em, down the stretch they go. Jacek gets the clinch position now. Back to the feet now. There's the photo.
Holy smokes, what a fight.
I think we can safely say that was the greatest title fight in women's MMA history.
It has everything. Talent, skills, toughness.
Look at this wild 5th round. Boom!
Zhang Weili threw 473 total strikes tonight. But will we hear and still or and new out of Bruce Buffer here tonight?
And still the undisputed UFC strawweight champion of the world.
I am here with the winner and still champion.
我觉得在这个平台上，我们都是舞者，都需要互相尊重。我们需要给孩子们做一个好的榜样。所以我觉得我们是冠军，我们不是暴君。
Is this the best women's MMA fight you've ever seen?
It's one of the best fights I've ever seen.
Today, Zhang Weili stands among the most successful champions in UFC history. But every hero's journey begins with a mentor.
哇塞！我就当时就呆了，我说，我觉得一个女孩能这样，就是她那个胆量在那放着。然后突然间看这么一个人，我就希望能带她，我希望她能发展出来。
然后就当时说，如果你们好好练，我就会好好培养你们，给你请最好的教练。
When she goes to yes, or when she's yes. Obviously, she's a champion for a reason. Her work ethic, her cardio, her discipline, and everything she does is unlike anybody else's I've ever seen. When I hold pads for her, it's a little mini fight. You know, she's gonna beat the crap out of me. We're gonna go at it. Nice.
而且她技术非常全面，经验非常丰富，而且她非常聪明，然后技术非常连贯，像水一样。 我觉得我团队成员每一个人对我来说，我觉得就像家人一样，我们在一块儿努力，一块儿去实现自己的梦想。
You know why I stay a champion? Because I'm humble every day. I work hard every day. I'm very focused and I'm very hard for myself. I challenge myself every day and
Mixed martial arts is a global phenomenon. But for years, China, home to one of the world's oldest combat traditions, had never produced a UFC champion until Zhang Weili became the first to break through.
中国有5000年上下有5000年文化，真正的开始的中国传统的东西融入到 MMA 里面。
我们中国的第一批练 MMA 的运动员的
说法，但是我从来没有放在心里。
Zhang Weili proved China belonged on the UFC stage, and that perception is only as strong as the fighter who challenges it.
"不可能随便就能得到的。我们要付出比普通人要高出很多，就难以想象的那种强度。
在18年的时候，我签了UFC，我就跟他说，蔡哥，10年了，我说我们应该翻身了。
Biggest hope for a world championship in the UFC.
我觉得如果我可以把金腰带留在中国的话，我觉得这一定是我人生中最辉煌的一刻。对我来说真的是太。
太有意义重大，我觉得来说，然后对中国的 MMA， 我觉得也是意义重大的一件事。
19 straight victories got her to this shot here tonight to be the very first fighter from China and from Asia to wear a UFC championship belt.
With the rise of champions like Zhang Weili, MMA in China entered a new era. In 2019, the UFC opened the UFC Performance Institute Shanghai, a world-class training center built to develop the country's next generation of fighters.
Asia is a little bit behind the rest of the world as far as the sport. It's a niche sport in general, and Asia is just catching up now. Here, we aim to develop the talent itself because of that significant gap between where they need to be to achieve success in the UFC and where the current talent pool is in the region. Really, this is and will give that opportunity to fighters from around China and around Asia Pacific to improve and have success in the octagon.
The UFC Performance Institute Shanghai will provide all the supplemental services that maybe these Chinese athletes didn't have before, such as strength and conditioning, physical therapies, sports dietetics, and sports science. But almost just as important as that, it will bring together the best fighters in China to train with each other, learn from each other, and become better.
What's fantastic about here in China is that there's such a rich history of martial arts, and we're using the Performance Institute as the mechanism to try and promote and support the development of new fighters to come into the UFC.
The main event of the evening.
我打头前那个主赛，那个时候我想起了就是李小龙的一句话，就是 "Be water, my friend"， 就是我就像水一样平静。
Zhang Weili makes her fourth walk to the UFC's octagon.
And she's got a chance to make history to be the first ever Chinese UFC champion. Now, of course, she's got a very tough fight on her hands against Jessica Andrade. She really represents violence, and she's just all-out action.
And she'd become the first woman to notch a dozen wins in the UFC by keeping her championship belt tonight.
然后我在场上也是特别平静，特别放松。
Ready. Ready. Fight.
All right, capacity crowd on hand here in Shenzhen, China. You will witness a UFC title fight for the first time. Jessica Andrade putting her title on the line against Zhang Weili.
This is a big fight. History can be made tonight if Zhang Weili can capture this UFC championship with Jessica Andrade, who wants to hold on to that title with everything in her power. Oh, she hurt her.
So you want to be a fighter. Back and forth we go between two of the best women in the world. Big knee lands there.
Zhang Weili is a tremendous striker. She has punches, elbows, and now we're...
都一直在等着什么时候冠军能出来。然后他们说太突然了，就是太快了，就拿到了这个冠军。
My name is Zhang Weili. I'm from China. Remember me?